Hi everyone. Well, this is my second video that I promised I would do. It's a beautiful day here in Ontario, Canada. The sun is out. Spring is finally arrived, so definitely helps to feel good. I've been getting a lot of response to my last video. I've actually received several messages through my website and my Facebook page asking me different questions and just commenting on my video. So it's great because it's going to help me decide what to talk about during my videos. So as promised, though, I did discuss in my last video that I was going to talk about my symptoms because I get asked this a lot by people. Um, because I'm healed, a lot of people want to know what I experienced. I guess they want to relate to what I went through. Now, what I tell people often when they do ask about my symptoms and how long I was in withdrawal, or I don't like to call it in withdrawal. You're in withdrawal when you're tapering, but after that, you're in recovery. I think your brain is healing and you're in recovery. So I often tell people not to compare only because I tapered so quickly. When you taper in 3 months, the amount that I was on, you're going to get some pretty intense symptoms. So as I stated in my previous video, I had symptoms before I even started tapering. I had built a tolerance to the drug and was suffering so bad. It seems like a dream to me now because it was so long ago, and I actually got past it. So, but as I started to taper, my symptoms just got worse. My main symptom, and it is the most persistent one, and it has just irked me for so long, was vertigo, dizziness, kind of body. I had all of it. I had the spinny, I felt like I was spinning, the room was spinning. I felt like I was moving all the time. The floors were moving. It was just, I felt lightheaded. I never felt like I was solid on my 2 feet. This was terrible, terrible, terrible for me. Especially when I jumped off, it was intense, intense. But I learned to live with it as best as I could, and you push through, right? And that's what I did. So that was my main symptom, and it lasted for a very long time. I would say 2.5 years, maybe a little bit longer. I also had blurry vision. My vision was very foggy, blurry. My eyes were itchy, and I felt like I was just waking up in the morning, when you have the sleep in your eyes. I felt like that all the time. That was another very persistent symptom for me. Good 2.5 years at least of that symptom. Double vision, I had the floaters, all that stuff. Now, another very intense symptom, and I think that everybody in withdrawal experiences this, is the fear. You're terrified. You're scared all the time, and you don't know why. A lot of it has to do with the chemicals that are going through your brain, and your brain is damaged. So there's areas firing when they shouldn't be, but I think a lot as well is the fear of where this is going, and you read all the horror stories, and you don't want that to happen, and you wake up every morning and you're scared of what the day is going to bring. So my fear was intense, very, very intense, especially in the morning. I had the high cortisol rushes in the morning. Before I would even open my eyes in the morning, I was scared. I was just terrified. I didn't want to get up. I didn't want to open my eyes, but I had to push myself. I I have 2 children. I am actually a single mom, so I raised 2 children through this process as well, just to put that out there. Other symptoms, anxiety, definitely. Weird chemical anxiety that I couldn't seem to control. It was like my heart would start racing, and I'd be terrified all of a sudden, and I couldn't breathe, and I'd find myself pacing and can't stop the anxiety. So really, it would turn into panic attacks. So sometimes all day long, it was crazy. I had the shakes. I had depression, really deep depression. I would cry and cry and cry for hours at a time and just couldn't get out of bed. It was the darkest depression I've ever experienced in my life. You contemplate things going through this that you would have never contemplated before. I have two children that need me, and I know that, and I love my kids with all my heart. And through this process, I had suicidal thoughts because it was that intense. I would have never followed through with my thoughts, but they were there. And a lot of people that I talk to and work with, they experience this as well. So if you're experiencing that, know that it's only temporary and it's just the withdrawal. It's your brain recovering and it's going to go away. It's not really how you feel. What else did I experience? There's so many. I honestly think I've experienced every symptom that there is. My body temperature was messed up. It was hot and cold and hot and cold. The derealization and depersonalization was crazy. I actually had an experience one time where it was like I was floating outside of my body. It was the strangest experience I've ever gone through, and it really scared me because I felt like I was losing grip with reality. And I think that you go through that a lot when you're in withdrawal, that whole I'm losing my mind, everybody thinks that. Anyway, I did experience that, and how did I deal with that? You know, when it first happened, I was terrified, and I thought, what is happening, and why can't I connect to my body? And what I did is I put my shoes on and I went outside and I just started walking, and I walked quickly, and I was talking to myself and trying to bring myself back. And as I was walking, I couldn't feel the ground under my feet. It was the most bizarre thing I ever experienced in my life. And it lasted about a half an hour or so. And then I finally felt myself come back, and it passed. And that was the only time I ever experienced it that intensely. But that was a symptom from, I guess it was my brain just recovering, just trying to defend itself from what was happening. What else? Nausea. Yes, the nausea was terrible the first little while. I couldn't eat anything. I wanted to throw up all the time. I never did. I never threw up, but I felt like it. It was really strong. Insomnia. That was a big one as well. I went months where I had a really difficult time sleeping. I thought I would never sleep again. I honestly was sure that that was it, that I was just going to have to accept that I'm not going to sleep anymore. But that's not true. I sleep like a baby now. I fall asleep within a few minutes, and I sleep throughout the night. Sometimes I wake up, but like anybody else, you know, who hasn't been through withdrawal. So that's my main symptoms. I had akathisia too, where you can't sit still, but definitely the vertigo was the worst. But I'm happy to say that I don't have any of those symptoms anymore. I'm fine. I wake up in the morning. I don't dread it. I'm happy to wake up. If I don't sleep, because, you know, sometimes people don't sleep, I just get up anyway and go through my day and take care of my children, and I work, and I go to their sports, and I do everything. There was a time where I wasn't involved in their lives because I couldn't. I could barely get up in the morning. They would have cereal for dinner. They would watch me laying on my couch and under the blanket and not wanting to get out. They've seen me cry and scream and be scared, and they witnessed, you know, things that kids shouldn't really witness, but they had no choice. Mom was down. But I'm not like that anymore. So the good thing that came out of this is they got to see what these drugs do to people and what to avoid as they get older. They know now not to turn to benzos for anxiety, for, you know, any depression, or they know to work on those things, and they learn that from me. They see the hard work that I put in, and now the hard work that my clients put in. I work with people now who, I have my own business helping people overcome anxiety and depression, mostly anxiety. I teach them how to cope and how to actually get rid of the anxiety, because I'm anxiety free now as well. And I have a psychology degree, so I thought, no, what can I do to help people? Because after going through such a experience, something good has to come out of it. Really, it couldn't have been in vain. So I decided that I'm going to do something with what I went through, with my experience. I worked in the mental health field for a long time, but I had no idea. I really had no idea that what people go through. So now I have this behind me, and it's a tool now to help other people. So as difficult as it was, and it was really truly a nightmare, something good came out of it, because now I'm helping people. I'm showing people that you can get through this and you become even stronger after. You really, truly, you never go back to your old self after that experience. You become stronger and better, more humble, because it changes you. It's amazing the person you become after this. I'm a completely different person, and I'm so happy that I am where I am now. So you'll get there too. And I know the most difficult part about this is believing that you're going to get better and that you're going to heal. You think that you're the one who's not going to heal. You're that one person that will be permanently damaged, and it's not true. You're going to get through it. And you know, as intense as the symptoms can be, they will go away. They will absolutely go away. And it's just acceptance. You have to accept what you're going through and find ways to cope and just to go through it. So, I mean, like I said in my last video, I had someone help me through this. So I honestly don't know how people do this alone. It's a very lonely process because people don't understand. But I'm here and I do help people. And I have clients that have been with me for some time, and they hold on to me for dear life, and I'm there for them no matter what. And if that's something that you're interested in, you can absolutely visit my website. It's www.leehardyanxietysupport.com. I also have a Facebook page under my business name, Lee Hardy Anxiety Support. And I also just started a website, a Facebook page for benzo withdrawal. It's called Healing from Benzos. It's just a page that you can go like, and I put my videos on there, and I also put inspirational things. So feel free to go visit that. Yeah, and I guess that's it. Feel free to send me a message and ask me, you know, questions, maybe suggest something that I could talk about in my videos, because I'm open. I'm here to, you know, help people. So whatever I can do to help, just let me know. I'm open to answering your questions. So I guess that's it for today. Just keep in mind that you're going to get better. And I tell people this all the time. I promise you, you will get better. The symptoms that you're experiencing will not be there forever. So just hang in there, get outside, enjoy the sunshine, and just know that you'll be in a better place in no time. Okay? Talk to you soon. Bye.